Welcome, friends, to your 25-minute morning wake-up practice. I'm just going to be taking a simple sequence to get some energy running back through the body after our stillness and sleep, to start the day off with a feeling of connection with our body, with our hearts, with our breath. So we shouldn't need any props, but if you like to have any props, you could go and grab them. Just make sure you're wearing something comfortable. Maybe take a sip of water before you get started, and we'll meet you back on your mats in just a moment. So start in a comfortable seated position. We're not going to be here for too long. You could take a cross-legged position. You could just bend the knees into a hero sit. And just start to reach the arms up towards the sky. Take a little stretch side to side. Start to feel into the spine. Good. And then when you're ready, just sway the arms over to the right side. Fingertips come onto the ground. You can arc the gaze up towards the sky, come back through center, swaying over to the other side, lengthening through the fingertips, maybe gazing up. We'll take a couple more like that. Nice long arms, fluid spine. It's okay if the movements are still feeling a little sleepy, a little gooey. Good. One more over to the left side. And then reaching back up through center, take an inhale and then exhale. Bring the left hand onto the right knee, sit up nice and tall and twist around to the right side. Inhale, come back through center and exhale to your opposite side, sitting up nice and tall, drawing the ribs in. Inhale back through center, and then exhale, just fold the arms forward. Start to open the knees up wide, shift the hips back towards the sit bones and melt the chest down towards the ground. And take some nice full breaths here. You could even walk the hands a little bit further in front of you and spread them wide to create a little bit more length in the arms around the armpits, the shoulders. Good, and start to cultivate a full yogic breath, breathing into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. In child's pose, we have a real opportunity to feel into that way that breath wraps a little more around the side and the back body. Maybe trying to take your next breath, breathing into the sides of the belly, ribs, and chest. And then the following breath, really channeling that breath into the back belly, the back ribs, the back chest. If you wish, you can invite to Ujjayi breath, creating a little more channeling of that energy within the body. And then walk the hands back in towards you, just slowly. And then roll over onto the knees, come into a tabletop pose, spread the hands wide, and just come through some cat-cows. And you can be quite organic with these cat-cows for this morning's practice. Your body knows the pathway that it wants to take as you wake up your body. Maybe you really think of spreading the shoulder blades down as you open up through the upper back. Or maybe you take this cat-cow on a different adventure. You could circle the chest side to side in one direction. You could circle it side to side in the other direction. Find what feels good. Maybe stretching one leg out, just waking up the toes, waking up the legs, taking a little pulsation there. And switching the side. Good, and then coming back onto the knees, we're going to cross the feet under behind us and lengthen the legs out long. And we're going to start our day nice and brave with a boat pose. So we're just getting right to it, warming up the core, creating some heat in the body. So we'll lift the shins up parallel with the floor and really lift up the chest so that you can lengthen out the spine, roll the shoulders back, keep them in line with the chest, draw in and up through the navel, activate your bandhas, drawing in through Mula Bandha, flexing the feet, finding some stability here, and then you could open the arms out wide if you like. If you want to keep them on the back of the thighs, you can. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the feet, roll over, step both feet back and come into a plank pose. And think of really lifting the hips up to be in line between the feet and the shoulders. Press firmly through the hands to lift up through the upper back. Engage the belly. And then drop the knees down and just shift the hips back. And then shift the hips forward. Shift the hips back. Shift the hips forward, maybe this time lifting a little through the chest. Shift the hips back and shift the hips forward. Good. From here, we're going to sit back onto the heels, bring the hands behind us and just place one on top of the other at the small of the back. And then from here, we'll take some little rises. So as we inhale, we sweep the right arm up towards the sky, gazing up. And as we exhale, we place that hand back down. Opposite side, inhale the left arm up towards the sky, lengthening through the front body. Exhale, coming back down. I'm going to take 2 more to each side and really just enjoy the simplicity of this pose and use it as an opportunity to create really nice, full and expansive breaths. It seems very simple, this movement, but it can be very nice and warming for the body. Good, and then from there, making this your last rounds, we're going to switch to reaching both arms up. So very much like bowing down to the earth and then inhaling as you bow up towards the sun, which may presently be rising up above you in the sky. And if you like, you could join me turning this into a Kriya, a little bit of a cleansing exercise. So we can inhale as we reach up to Surya, up to the sun, and then sigh the breath out. As we come back down to the earth. 2 more. Good, and just rest the forehead to the ground. Hold here for a moment. Good, and then walking the hands out in front of you. We're going to keep walking them out until we find our way into mounting heart pose, Anahatasana. So we can let the hips rest over the knees, we can rest the forehead on the ground, and we're taking a beautiful big opening for the chest, waking up the shoulders and finding some expansion into the front line of the body. You can have the hips resting up above the knees. If that's too deep for you, just reach the hips a little bit closer towards the heels. Couple more breaths here. Good, and then from there, we're going to walk the hands back in and make our way into our first downward facing dog. But let's do so mindfully, spreading the fingers extra wide, finding Hasta Bandha. And then from there, curl the toes under, lengthen out the spine. And let's prepare ourselves to find some stillness and strength here by walking out the legs, lengthening out the torso. Just finding whatever shapes you need to find here. I like to alternately place my heel down towards the center line of the mat to find a stretch around the hip and the side body. Good. And then start to find some stillness. Bend out the knees. Really lengthen through the spine. Bring the ears between the bicep. Think of shining your heart through your chest and lifting the hip bones up towards the sky. Good. From there, we're going to walk the feet up towards the top of the mat, taking steps slowly. Good. And let's place the right hand to the outside of the left leg. Take a big reach up with the right arm, finding a twist. Take another inhale. And then exhale, switching across to the other side. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Really find some rotation in the spine. Option to gaze up if that's comfortable for the neck. And then release down. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Draw the navel in and up. Keep the space between the shoulder blades fleshed out. Gentle tuck to the chin. And then release. And take one more like that. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, release. Good. And then from here, sweeping the hands back behind you, prepare to take a sit into Utkatasana, chair pose. Fortify the belly. Be brave here. Send the weight evenly over all four corners of the feet. Firm up the thighs. Create a little activation between the inner thighs. And lengthen out the spine. And then exhale, release. Good. From here, we're going to stay standing at the top of the mat. I'll face you to demonstrate. We'll take Tiryaktharasana, swaying palm tree pose. So we interlace the hands up towards the sky. Take an inhale and exhale to the right. Inhale back through center. And then exhale to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, and release the hands down alongside you. Okay, come to standing at the top of your mat. So we'll be coming into Surya Namaskar, which is a beautiful practice to do in the morning and a wonderful way to send that energy around the body. So we'll start off a little slow, but we are going to bring this up to a more rapid pace. If you prefer to practice a little more slowly this morning, please go ahead and do so. There's no imperative to do exactly the counts that I call. Good. So let's take an inhale as we reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, lengthen the spine. Relax the fingertips down towards the mat. Let the head fall. Inhale, come into a halfway lift. Lengthen out the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, and inhale, step back to a plank pose. So here is where you can take your version of vinyasa. If you practice knees, chest, chin, if you practice modified chaturanga, maybe you leave this out altogether and just come into a cat-cow. But I'm going to be cueing through modified and or full chaturanga today. So we'll start with a modified version, dropping the knees, pulling the elbows back towards the ribs. Inhale, open up the chest. Firm up the legs, curl the toes under, press back to downward facing dog. We'll take a step through with the right foot, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up towards the sky, saluting the sun, keep the hips facing forward, try not to collapse into the lower back, and then place the palms, step back to downward facing dog. Left foot comes through between the hands, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up towards the sky. And then our exhale brings us to the top of the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, hands through heart center. So we're going to do 5 more rounds like that. Again, please choose your version of vinyasa there. And feel free to change the pace if it works better to do it differently for you. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back, Kumbhakasana. Option to take a breath retention here. And then choosing your vinyasa, make your way through high to low plank, modified high to low plank, knees, chest, chin. Everybody meets in downward facing dog. This time stepping the left foot through between the hands, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Place the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps through between the hands, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, planting the palms, stepping forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, leading now with the right side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Inhale, step back into Kumbhakasana. And make your way through your version of vinyasa. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Right foot steps through between the palms. Drop the back knee down. Reach the arms up. Place the palms down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Gazing forward. Stepping the left foot forward. Drop the back knee down. Reach the arms up. And placing the palms at the top of the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, hands through heart center, leading with the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, stepping back with the left foot, then the right foot, making your way through your version of vinyasa. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Step it through between the hands, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up high. Exhale, place the palms. Step back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot through, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up. And exhale, find your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen the front line of the body. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale. Stepping back with the right foot, then the left. Making your way through your version of vinyasa. High to low plank. Cobra up dog. Down to downward facing dog. Left foot steps through between the hands. Drop the knee. Reach the arms up. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, step back on the right. Make your way through your vinyasa. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps through, drop the back knee down, reach the arms up. And exhale, come to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just one more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Right leg back. Making your way through your vinyasa. And hips up. Downward dog. Left foot through between the hands, drop the knee, reach the arms up, place the palms, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right foot steps through, drop the back knees down, reach the arms up, and step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, hands through heart center. And then just release the hands beside you. Take a nice big sigh out, maybe even finding a cleansing breath. Closing down the eyes, just standing in a resting Tadasana as we rebound from that invigorating practice. Maybe you're still finishing your final rounds. Good, and let's take a nice long step back with our right foot, pressing the outer edge of the right foot down into the mat, and we'll lengthen out the arms long into Warrior Two. So we really want to lunge nice and strong into that front leg, find a nice feeling of opening and rotating in the front thigh. Good, and start to reach forward, forearm can come onto the thigh, and reach that top arm up and over into extended side angle. Think of spiraling the chest open, activating that arm, lengthening through the fingertips. And then inhale, reach back into a reverse warrior. Breathe fully here. Good, and then coming back through center, you can straighten out that front leg, reach forward with the left arm, and then tick-tock the arms to 6 and 12. Find Uttita Trikonasana. Good, reach back into your reverse warrior, bending that front knee, cartwheel the arms forward, step back to downward facing dog, and walk your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. This time, step the left foot back behind you. Come into your warrior two. Good. And just holding here, expanding through the chest, lengthening through the fingertips, surrendering into that front knee. Good, and reaching back behind you, find your reverse warrior, really lengthen out through that front line of the body. Good, and coming through center, reaching that right arm out, you can rest the forearm on the thigh, reaching the top arm up towards the sky, or maybe curling the bicep in towards the ear, lengthening the fingertips. Good, and then reaching back once more into your reverse warrior. We might have done an extra one here. And then start to reach forward with the right fingertips and tick-tock the arms to 6 and 12. Find Uttita Trikonasana. If you're feeling like you need some extra support today, you could wrap the hand around that shin bone. Option to gaze up high. Good, and then bending into that front knee, reaching back behind you, cartwheel the arms forward, pivot that back foot, step into your downward facing dog. And we're just going to walk out the feet in our downward facing dog for a little longer. And then from here we can drop the knees down onto the ground. And we'll be sitting onto our sit bones, crossing the feet behind us, bringing the legs out in front. And we'll set up for a seated twist. So we can take the right hand through and take a hold of the left leg, passing that underneath. And then from there we can take the right leg and just bring it over the left leg. If this is too deep for you already, you could extend the bottom leg out long. Good, and then from there we're going to take the left arm, wrap it around the right leg, and start to walk the fingertips of the right arm back behind us. Sit up nice and tall. Find a nice enjoyable spinal twist, maybe really working to rotate from the mid-spine. Feel that stretch along the back. Option to gaze behind you if that's comfortable for the neck. Good, and start to make your way back through center. Lengthen the legs out long, bend up the knees, and just take a easy forward fold. And walk the heels out a little bit further if you want a little bit more stretch here. Good, and then bringing the feet back in towards you. This time we're going to take the left hand under, take the right foot, draw it through, and then the left leg comes over. Option to straighten out the right leg as a modification. I'm going to wrap the right arm around the left leg and start to walk those fingertips back behind us, keeping them nice and close to the body, drawing the ribs in, sitting up nice and tall out of the sit bones. And breathe into it, maybe closing down the eyes here. Beautiful, and start to make your way back through center. We're going to release the legs and roll down onto our back now. We're going to take a couple of final poses. So we're going to take the feet up towards the sky and bring the hands to the outsides of the feet, drawing the knees down towards the ground, clasping onto the outer edges of the feet. Find happy baby. option to hug the arms around the thighs if this is too deep for you. And just feel free to rock around side to side, massage out the spine. Maybe kicking one foot into the hand and the other foot. It's a reason this pose is called Happy Baby. Good, and then releasing those hands, let the feet fall wide on your mat and just take some dynamic twists side to side, dropping the knees as you go. Good, and we're going to make our way already into our Shavasana. So you can extend the legs out long, face the hands up towards the sky, shift the shoulders down and away from the ears, lengthen out the lower back. If you need a little more space for the lower back, you could TP the legs, extending the spine out long, dropping the knees in towards each other. And just relax the body for a few breaths as a final moment in our practice. And bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the ribs. Just place a little weight there, connecting in with yourself, connecting in with your higher self. And maybe taking this brief pause to set an intention for the day ahead. Bring to mind what intention is it most important for you to walk with today. Letting a gentle smile come to the corners of the mouth. Express a sense of gratitude for everything that you have to look forward to today. Even if it's as simple as having a bite to eat or seeing somebody you respect. Simple blessing of living this life on earth. When you're ready, start to roll over onto your side. Take a gentle pause and fetal pose. And then slowly press your way up to a seated position. I'm going to bring our hands to heart center and close down the eyes. Take 3 full and abundant breaths. Sweep the arms out to the side. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Sigh the breath out. If you wish, you can join me for an Om to complete our practice together here today. Take one more cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale for Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Wishing you a wonderful day. Namaste. Have the best day, friends. Congratulations for making it onto your mat, for making it to the end of this mini practice. Hopefully it sets you up for a most wonderful day, and you can brave anything that comes your way and share as much light and beauty, creativity, wisdom as you can with this day, simply for having taken this time on your mat to nourish the deepest parts of yourself. Much respect, much love. I'll see you soon.